Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the Friday night live stream. Happy pre-4th of July weekend, guys. Can you believe it? It is Ian K. I am definitely here for you tonight. Welcome, 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 one and all. It is great to be here. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay, and that will give me confirmation that we are good. Any second now, the chat should be coming alive here. Great to see everybody here. Looks like we have a whole bunch of people here in the lobby, and we'll get into that in just a second here. So let me see if we can get some activity going. There we go. Michael Domer, I see the thumbs up. Thanks so much for jumping on, by the way, Mike. Thank you, thank you. Clown Ghost, sticker collecting. Min Lee, what it do, what it do. Andrew Yoder, Dante Reed is saying thanks to Ed Keaton. Very cool. Great to see all of you guys. Stupid Food Review Show. Jesus in a Tortilla, what's going on, brother? Great to see you. Thanks so much for being here tonight. And very happy again, pre-4th of July weekend holiday for you guys as well. This is the last day of June, and I surprised you guys, I think, today with a little bomb dropping from KFC, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. But a lot of fun stuff going on there. Let me jump to the very top of the chat and see who we've got in effect here. Lord Darkside, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Claw and Go is in effect. Dante Reed, Nestor Gates, thanks so much for jumping on. Freaky Friday with Ian K. You already know what it is. Thanks so much for jumping on here. Zachary Belcher, thanks so much as well. Let's see here. Go a little further on down. Larry Nguyen jumping on. Nice to see you as well. Matt, sup? What's going on? Sticker collecting, what's going on? Let's see here. We got Dante Reed. Wade Bauer is in effect as well. I'm back for another fun Friday night stream. It should be a lot of fun tonight, guys. I've got a couple of reviews for you. And it looks like we've got some animated emojis, as you can see on the side there. A very cool little add-on they did there, a little upgrade. I am definitely digging that. I appreciate all the celebration fanfare. Very cool. I think we're going to be having some fun with that throughout the hour. Min Lee, it's been a while since I haven't seen you for so long. Yes, guys, last week was probably the most mind-numbing headache I think I've had in a very long time. It kind of started brewing late into Wednesday night, and then Thursday I was pretty ridiculous with it. But it took a while to actually go away. I was doing everything that I could to try and just stay hydrated and just basically keep my head from hurting as much as I could. It was a very nerve-wracking. It felt like 72 hours at that point. It really was not feeling like healthy, believe it or not. I was a little nervous about it. But eventually everything subsided. I have like this little gel skull cap that I keep in my freezer, which I try and use because I don't like taking pain medication as much as possible. I kind of want to let it go natural. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that was one of those times, in addition to the little gel cap on there as well. So sorry about last weekend for sure, but naturally all the content that just kept strolling out there, thankfully I was able to take a few days and just let my content roll out on schedule and just try and rest a little bit there. So glad to actually be back in normal. Like I said, it's been a kind of a crazy week. I've been very busy. There's been a lot of stuff gearing up for July naturally. I've been doing a lot of filming, a lot of things that you're going to be seeing into this coming week and then beyond. So there's just a lot going on right now, just a lot going on. So aside from a massive heat wave that's headed our way, which actually started today right now, I've got my little fan going. We're like in the 90s here in Southern Cali, but it should be blowing up a little bit further this weekend. So perfect for the holiday weekend, actually, 4th of July. I can't believe it. We are well past the halfway point of the year, and I'm very excited about naturally getting through into the fall season already because, guys, it feels like Halloween is right around the corner to me anyway, because I'm going to be changing the bulbs here back in late July to have a fun season with it. So we'll talk more about that as we go further into the year. But thank you so much for being here tonight. It is great to be here, one and all, with everybody here in effect. I guess we'll just get some housekeeping out of the way as always. Should you wish to contribute to the channel, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, if you dig the content and you really want to help out your boy Ian K, since I'm a one-man show, take a look at the description box information. It'll show you all the multitudes of ways of should you wish to donate naturally. It really would be appreciated. Of course, you've got super chatting here in the chat naturally on YouTube, but keep in mind that YouTube does take a chunk of that from you as well. And I get it, it's a free platform. I'm using their platform. It is what it is. But naturally, if you want to use PayPal, that's actually preferred down below. If you're watching this on desktop, you'll find the link in the upper right-hand corner of your display, and then everything will be displayed there. And of course, you guys will be show sponsors down below, catching this on the replay naturally, and also during live on the show here as well. And you'll find your name down below as always. So something to consider as well as becoming a patron to the channel. You'll find that information down below. Merch discounts, all that fun stuff as well is listed for you there. So have a good time with that. and we'll just keep going on with it there. But guys, it's great to be here with you tonight. I'm excited. We're going to do a couple of reviews. Got a little bit of a themed review naturally, because naturally 4th of July coming up for all your barbecue cookout stuff there. It should be something that's going to satisfy somebody who's been asking for this for a while. So this should be a lot of fun at the same time. We'll do that one first, and then we'll save a smaller one towards the end. Min Lee, it's been a while. Okay, good to see you on here as well. Thank you so much. And then we've got Michael Domeyer, Ed Keaton in effect. Happy Friday, one and all. And Larry Nguyen, yes, my foot is actually feeling better. I still get that occasional burn where the break is there. So it's pretty much healed, but it kind of lets me know that, you know, it's still got a little something going on there. So it's a lot better than it was. That's all I can ask for. Naturally, just time heals a lot of things in general. So thankfully, that's a good situation. Drew's Food Reviews next week live from poolside with a Frosty. There you go. I've got a couple of things I'm doing actually on 4th of July. Visiting a friend of mine actually that I haven't actually been over to his spot yet there since he's been living where he's been living. So it's going to be a lot of fun doing that, and then some family stuff after that. It should be a little bit of a good time. Let's see. Dante Reed, DEFCON 1 weekend festival party warrior end show was just left me speeches. Very cool. Very cool. Excelente. You got to love a good concert. I'm telling you right there. In effect. You already know. Bus 7332 jumping in with the super chat donation. First one, the inaugural one of the stream. Bus, thank you so much, my friend. Southern California is going to be a hot one this weekend. Stay hydrated. Definitely stay hydrated, and most definitely stay frosty. You knew I was going there, right, Bus? You already knew what it is. Bus, thank you again, as always, for your fun contributions to the channel, man. I got to tell you, it definitely helps things along there naturally, and there's a ton of content that you're going to see, which is kind of the fruition of all of you guys that are doing that and helping me along with it as I'm doing my thing here. So thank you. Thank you so much in advance. You guys mean the world. You already know what it is. Let's see here. Let me jump back on up here. Drew's Food Reviews in effect. You already know. Great to see you. Ed Keaton, nice Wolverine shirt. This is my favorite one. I love this Wolverine t-shirt. I love it. Zachary, don't be a hero, pop them pills. I'm telling you, I try and let my body do its thing there. As I'm getting older, I'm noticing that it's taking me a little bit longer to kind of get over a few things. So it can be a little bit of a pain, but I hear you. I hear you. And yes, Secure Hotline. I don't have a favorite Alan Arkin movie, but there's a lot of character actor stuff that he's done in the past. I know I've seen his face a million times. But yeah, it's kind of sad that we're losing more of these legends as we go. It is what it is there. Doybird, Spider-Man versus Optimus Prime. Who you got? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say Spider-Man because he's smaller, more agile, strong, and definitely quicker, of course, there. But that would be kind of fun to see. I think you guys already know that they're going to be doing the crossover with Transformers and G.I. Joe in movie form, I think, at some point. A lot of things going on there with that, so we'll see what happens. That's going to be pretty amazing. Let's see here. So we've got Maureen Descatado. Thanks so much for jumping on. And Min Lever said hello to as well. Whoa, big gulps, huh? All right, well, see you later. That is an awesome situation right there for a name. I like that. All right, looks like we are kind of caught up here. Mostly James Morrison. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see here. Misty, wiggling up into peace. Where is Misty? Misty Smith. There we go. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the show today. It's great to be here today. Today is Friday, June 30th, 2023, and it's the last day of June. Beauty Mate. That's awesome. Robert Giles, let's effing go, Peep. You already know what it is. And yes, Tony Montana, Treat Williams. That's a sad one as well. Big time Everest fan, or the Everwood fan, and a few other things. He's been in a lot of movies also. It's sad. And that's something that could have been avoided because apparently it was a motorcycle accident and, you know, things kind of went the way that they went. So not cool. Definitely not cool. Not cool at all. All right, let me shoot on down. Urza Ender, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Trying to catch all of you guys on here as well. Klongo, glad to have you back. Thank you so much. It seems to be about one day out of every month. I typically have my streaming days kind of like limited. That's really the main thing that I'm finding for that there. But considering all the other content that you guys are seeing as well and all that stuff too, that you guys are not at a loss to see my mug on YouTube, at least somewhere, right? Which is kind of cool. So, you know, I appreciate you guys. And shout outs to Chew Boom also. I really appreciate the love and support from them. They pick up a lot of my stuff there as well for their articles, and I greatly appreciate it. And I'm a huge fan naturally of that site. Hashtag unsponsored. But I do greatly appreciate being included in the news stories with there once in a while, which is cool. Clown Go, yes, finally the 4th of July is here, so we can get it over with already. Yes, I'm ready for Halloween as well. My favorite holiday, Claw, you already know what it is. This is my time. As soon as it starts winding down from the 4th into like late July, and then I get past July 31st because that's the anniversary of my father's passing. It's always a rough time, that last week leading up to that day. Once I get past that, then I'm golden. So I haven't checked my calendar to see what day that falls on, just in case. So if it happens to be a Friday, I may not stream, just for obvious reasons for that, because my headspace is a little off. You know, it happened in 2011, so, and you'd think that it would be a little bit easier to compartmentalize, but it really isn't for me every year. So I'm trying to just kind of do what I have to do with that. So anyway, enough of that. We'll worry about that as we get to it. Christopher Fenn is saying hi to Jesse. And Drew is going to be 104 up where he's at, up north over there in the up northern California area. It's going to be blistering hot, you already know. Tony Montana finally got a chance to try the new Pizza Hut cheesesteak pizza melt for dinner last week. Really liked it myself. How bad could it be, right? It's melted cheese, it's a carb, it's got some protein, it's got a little bit of sauce, a little bit of seasoning naturally. I mean, it's tasty, right? I mean, generally these things are going to be pretty good. Hashtag he loved it. You already know what it is. Let's see here. Hot sauce. Can we have a moment of silence for Alan Arkin? Yes, you know what? And we'll actually make that with Treat Williams too. So for like 20, 30 seconds, not even there, let's do a little moment of silence in holding our heads down for some quality entertainment from these actors and just these great personalities that have given us a lot of joy on TV and film. So with that, let's do a quick moment of silence. All right. Kyle Broussard, July 31st is a Monday. Okay. All right, there you go. Well, if you don't like Mondays, I'm definitely not going to like Monday this year anyway. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see here. Urza Ender. Let's see. Yes, I love the return of the El Diablo, Carl's Jr. Yes, absolutely. I had a blast going in on that one, a different version of it naturally. There's some pretty good stuff, and we'll talk about that quick breakdown in just a second here. Super Donkey, what's going on? Hey, Pete, my friend Jesse just got divorced, and it'd be really cool if you can give him a shout out. You know, shout outs to Jesse for going through a little bit of a rough time right now. Everything is a process, naturally, and I know that's not going to be easy to go through. Believe me, I can understand where you're coming from. I have a lot of family members who have been through a lot of similar things that way. But just know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and always tell Jesse, if you're watching this right now, just always remember who you were before you were with somebody else. Naturally, the person is supposed to compliment you, not kind of complete you that way. You were complete when you were born, and naturally you begin to grow into that. So just remember who you were before all that, and that'll be a lot easier to hopefully help you deal with a little bit of that stuff there. So a little bit of advice from me to you, but definitely shout outs to you, Jesse. I hope you have somewhat of a fun weekend to try not to think about what you've been going through there, but I know that's not easy. Definitely not easy. And again, it takes two, you know, to have something like that happen, not just necessarily one, unless it's something that you may know that I don't, but I'm just saying generally it takes two why things don't work out that way as well. But shout outs to you there. My thoughts are with you there. Let's see. Michael Domeyer should have done red, white, and blue tonight for the 4th on Tuesday. Yeah, I should have maybe had red or blue or something like that on there. But I love having my green here because it's for thumbnail purposes when you see my stuff, because of my yellow logo on the bottom, and the greenish kind of comes up from there because of the logo of little Ike, the little image of my mascot with the magnifying glass. So yes, I agree. It should have been maybe red. That would have been cool. Hindsight's always 20/20. What are you gonna do? Let's see here. Larry Nguyen, are you buying any fireworks for the 4th of July? No, not personally, no. Where I'm going to be going, they don't allow it. So I'll be able to kind of watch it from a distance. I know my sister's new place, that community where she's at, there's no fireworks allowed there. So the big party and stuff that'll be there, it'll be pretty much, you know, walking up to the hilltop, and we can kind of look out over where she's at and maybe see it in the distance. There's a lot of that goes on as well. Shout outs to Tyler Cole, who just subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. If you're watching this right now, shout outs to you there. If you're catching this on the replay, shout outs to you right now. Pretty awesome. Great to see you on here on the channel. Thank you for the support. Let's see. Tony Schultz, got to try those new chocolate drizzle baby bun cakes from Hostess. Yes, good stuff over there. I think I have to return to those and see some other flavors. I think I did. Was it the lemon one I did? There's a lemon one, a strawberry one, and obviously I guess the chocolate one too there. I gotta take a look and see what I did there. I've done so many reviews, so many videos, guys, that I have to go back. I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering some of this stuff that I've done. But naturally, some of the big stuff I always go back and research just to make sure if it's coming out again there, is it worth revisiting? Usually not, because unless there's something new with it, I want to give you something of value there at the same time instead of re-reviewing the same thing. We'll have to see if there's a reason to go do it naturally there, which was the reason I did want to go back to El Diablo in there as well. Which we'll talk about. And I guess that's a nice little segue. Let's just do that really quick just to knock it out, because it has been a couple of weeks there. And I believe I finished out, we're going to say, well, with Burger King Fiery Nuggets and Frozen Fanta Kickin' Mango was a fun situation to go in on naturally. And then, of course, the Wingstop goodness, beginning with the Secret Invasion tie-in. So we have the Flavor Invasion and the Secretly Sweet, which was really fun to go in on. From there, let's just go right on up the chain here. Krispy Kreme, Let's Sweeten This Ring. There are little 4th of July situations there. Very, very colorful donuts, as they always are from Krispy Kreme. And those donut reviews, I got to tell you, primarily, I do those for the moms, because the moms loves donuts like that. And I love to showcase the stuff from Krispy Kreme. So those are always special ones to do, because I know the moms are going to dig it there as well. So a lot of fun checking those out. And then, guys, the return of El Diablo. And in this case, naturally, looking back on my history, I did the thick burger, the third pound Angus thick burger, as it was known back then, which was a fun video to put together with some really fun effects then. So naturally, this is kind of like the sequel to that there. So hopefully a little bit of better editing, some better things, better implementation. At the same time, I think I used Tim Curry from Legend in that original review. I remember a laugh in my head where he's like rolling his head back laughing with that one there. But El Diablo, guys, definitely back in full force. So you have the 3rd pound Angus variant, which is there. And of course you have the single and the double. The single is on special right now here locally in Southern Cali for $6.66, which is what they did when they had it available at one lone location. I want to say about 3 years ago, when they were promoting El Diablo then at just one spot way on the other side of town in LA. For that as well too. So I wanted to go back and give this one a go, so I decided to go strictly with the double variant, because I wanted to give that a shot again. And also it was a different bun. It was a little bit of a larger type of a wider burger, and it was fun to check out. So do check out the El Diablo redo on that one. That is a nice little companion to my original El Diablo review. And then from there, we went up to the grilled Jack Wraps. Of course, you knew that would be coming, right? There's one more left that you're going to see this coming week, so that's already in the can for you. But that was the grilled variations of that particular one, the classic and the spicy variant, naturally, that you'll see those both versions. Very tasty for what those are, just reminiscent of the snack wrap goodness from not from KFC, but from Mickey D's. So definitely a fun situation there. And of course, the worst kept secret under the planet, Taco Bell's Volcano menu coming back. So that was a double review of the Volcano double beef burrito, as well as the Volcano taco, because I had done the Volcano taco when it first came out, thinking that actually it was the quesarito that first came out. That I did. So I figured, you know what, let's condense this one in there as well too there and make a double review out of it. And that's that review, which was a lot of fun to do. Again, some fun effects in there as well. And then the little known secret that was being worked on there, KFC's Ultimate Barbecue Fried Chicken Sandwich, coming out, I believe, on the 3rd, debuting. But that was a fun ability to go film that one a little bit early. Shout outs to my local team here in Pasadena, California, Maria, Jose, and the rest of the team over there on Colorado Boulevard. You guys definitely rock it. I had so much fun coming in to see you there. And definitely the sandwich was just a delicious situation there. You guys already know, I think you can tell by the thumbnail. That, along with the blackberry lemonade, that is a beautiful pairing. Crazy sweetness on that. But I have to say, that chicken sandwich is just the bomb. You guys are going to dig it. I mean, how bad could it be? You've got honey barbecue sauce. You have the crispy onions. And then naturally, you have some bacon and some melted cheese. And of course, the pickles, the thickness of the chicken, the brioche bun. I mean, everything about that just screams just delicious summertime action with that. And when you pair it up with the blackberry lemonade, that was a fun video to put together. So it looks like you guys are really digging that one as well. So fun times with that. Next review will be out on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll find this replay available on Saturday tomorrow at 12 p.m. And then you'll find something I believe I'm going to shoot for probably on either Monday or possibly on 4th of July. We'll have to see there, because 4th of July is kind of a crapshoot for that there as well too. I kind of want to just kind of relax at the same time. So more to be determined with that. But you guys will at least have a video coming out on Sunday for sure. And then I'll take a look at what I have already uploaded to YouTube, and I'll kind of play around with some dates and we'll kind of see what's already there. But shout outs to you guys for enjoying the content and just really letting me know that you guys are digging it, and I really greatly appreciate it. I mean, I'm so grateful to you know, working with all the people that I do locally to help me actually with a lot of these things. Just the information as well too there, and the ability to, you know, put it together for you is just greatly appreciated because you guys are digging it. So I really appreciate you guys doing what you do and letting me know for it there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you couldn't tell, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Secure hotline. Is Disneyland dangerous? To your wallet, it is, unfortunately. Drew, yes, El Diablo was the bomb. Yes, Drew, I saw you just launched your review there. I have to see what you thought of that version of it there. It looks like you did the big one, the 3rd pounder as well too there. So I definitely want to check out and see what you thought. Tony Schultz, I did the lemon baby bun cakes. Okay, good, good, good. So and these chocolate ones are new. I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that. I'm a fan of chocolate, you already know. So I will definitely give that a shot. Let's see here. Drew, gonna get some In-N-Out for the 4th. They are to bomb. Yes, always, even without it being the 4th of July. Drew, you already know. That is definitely the bomb. Any time of the year, actually. Misty Smith, Captain Feathersword. He's dancing on his ship as the sun shines on high. And there's wiggly fun here for everyone as we're dancing in the sun. Shout outs to you there, Misty. I greatly appreciate you. You already know. You already know. Scott Messerschmidt, what's going on? I love how you guys are all saying hello to each other. That's what it's all about, the camaraderie and the fun that we have here on our platform. Definitely one of the greatest fan bases and familia bases, I should say, as well. Definitely a lot of fun being here with you guys and seeing everyone interact. It's always a blast. You already know. Decency, what's going on? All right, let me shoot back on up here. Martin Luke Galvin, what's going on? Attended Foodland at the Rose Bowl last weekend. Lots of good food, fun stuff. Definitely better than the 626 night market, in my opinion. Yes, 626, I think, is a little played out, I think, at this point. Just a little bit. But at the same time, yes, I mean, the Rose Bowl one, for sure, huge. They do a lot of the flea market stuff there. There was swap meet stuff there, so I can imagine it must have been awesome. Saw some great dishes. That would have been great to peep out content. Yes, for sure. I have to see about getting back into it. Naturally, as I'm baby stepping back into, you know, larger venues and public venues with everything still. It seems so foreign considering what we've been dealing with for a while, even though nobody really talks about it anymore. It's still kind of there. So you already know. Kyle Broussard, shout outs to you as always. You already know what it is. I appreciate all the reaching out on social media as well, my friend. You already know. Robert Giles, ate the volcano tacos and my stomach exploded. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see here. Laura, have you tried the Surge new one from Burger King? I've tried Surge before, and I've done that stuff in the past. Take a look. Just do a search on YouTube, and you'll be able to see it there. And yes, Drew, about to kind of dust off my Michael Myers mask. It's actually sitting right over here. Same spot I left it from last year, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. All right, shooting on down here. I'm going to grab the review in just a quick second. Drew, did you order Subway early for tonight's review? I got you, Drew. I got you. Not to worry. Not to worry. Let's see. Urza, I haven't seen No Hard Feelings, but I definitely want to. Jennifer Lawrence, I definitely want to check that out. It looks hilarious. They don't make movies like that anymore, too much anymore. Those crazy romp comedies, so to speak. So it'd be cool to see how that one is. It's getting some pretty good reviews too, so I have to check that out. Back in my day, we had like Porky's. That we had a lot of those type of scandalous type of comedies back then too. So there's a lot. There's a lot that was more in the 80s and I think in the 90s. I think Superbad, you know, some of the real raw, rough ones, you know. So this one kind of looks like that. So I'm excited for it there. But I got to be honest, seeing Ferris Bueller as a dad, as an older guy like that, it's a little unnerving for me considering, you know, I know we all get older, but it's just kind of hard to see that. Just a little bit. Matthew Broderick, you know, it's just a little hard to see that. Nehab Miss Sarah, hello from Turkey. What's going on? Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. It's so amazing when I see people reach out from around the world. That it really is pretty wild there. And that's one of the reasons I actually do a lot of closed captioning on my videos for multiple countries. If you take a look at any of my videos I've said in the past, just click that little CC that jumps up and you're going to see 10 different languages. I think I have 10 or 11 languages that there's a service that I actually pay for that helps me with that. Every time I release a video, I'm able to log in and transcribe it in that language. which is kind of cool. So I do that based upon the analytics about where people watch my stuff around the world, believe it or not. So a lot of those things that you're going to see there are primarily the biggest markets that I have a lot of data from that comes from there. So very, very cool. If you guys are in any of those countries, if you happen to be watching this, chances are you're going to see that transcribed. The only problem is the live streams have problems transcribing because they're just not, they take too long, and then by the time it's already done, I've already moved on from it. So the actual video reviews are always closed captioned. You'll always see those CCs eventually that'll show up there. So I do that for you guys because I want to keep it well-rounded at the same time. Tony Montana had Wingstop for dinner last week. The combo with the Hawaiian boneless wings, very nice, and their garlic parmesan boneless wings, and a side of fries with ranch. You already know Wingstop is a guilty pleasure with me. I definitely am a fan. I think you guys know that. You already know. Let's see here. Contrails, Porky's is canceled. Yes. Unfortunately, all the 80s comedies would be canceled. They can't say those things. They can't do those things. It was a very different time. And I sound like my parents, you know, just talking like that, which is crazy. We'll have to see. Laura, there is a cranberry surge from Burger King. Wow, I have to take a look possibly with that. It's not frozen, I don't think, because I know there's nothing new frozen-wise outside of the Fanta Kick and Mango goodness right now. But no doubt, because they do have the freestyle machine, so you can really customize those drinks that way. We'll have to see. Larry Nguyen was watching your old show from the past food festival. You know if that food festival is coming back? Yes, it is, but I think it's more of a limited form there. The Taste of Arcadia, Taste of Monrovia that I did with the wifey back in the day. Yes, for sure. And yes, Drew, I actually just watched Revenge of the Nerds with my sister the other day. We watched the first one. That's a classic. That is an absolute classic. But did you realize all throughout that movie, they were never in class, ever. There was never any scenes with them actually on campus in class. It was always at the frat houses or whatever was going on. I was like, wow, I really stood out as that was a missed opportunity for some hijinks and classroom stuff there. But it was all done naturally with their frat house and the games and all that stuff as well. But hilarious though. We started watching the second movie and it really wasn't the same. It just kind of for character reasons it was, but not really the best story. It is what it is. That first movie is a classic though. It really is. Tony Montana, let's see, thoughts on the exclusive MC Secret Invasion. You know, I like it. It's a little slow in certain parts there. Some of the acting, it's like they kind of have the gazes of the characters while they're looking at each other a little too long, I think. But the story so far, it's very different from the comic book that I remember. I have that comic book series that it's based off of with the Skrull invasion and everything too. So it's different naturally because it's Disney. They're adapting it differently, which is cool. But so far it's just okay. I think it's only a six episode series as well. So we're already into the halfway point, believe it or not. And it's hopefully it's going to really kind of kick in just a little bit. The second episode was better than the first. And I actually thought it wasn't bad. So not bad at all. What I am excited about, and I'll just tell you this before I go grab the review real quick. Jack Ryan season 4, the final season, is now on Amazon. The first 2 episodes are available right now. That is immediately what I am watching right after the stream tonight. Very excited to go watch that there. That is an awesome show. John Krasinski is literally, he's awesome in this show. I mean, he's one of the executive producers and he stars in it. But man, it is a really fantastic show. You guys should really be watching Jack Ryan on Amazon. Very, very cool. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna freeze it right over here, right where Robert Giles is asking about CraveCon from back in the day. Yes, tell me a bit more about that experience. Actually, Robert, you can actually watch that video and you'll see all of that detail right there. But let's just say it was a lot of fun to actually be traveling to Galveston, Texas, and to kind of meet up with a whole bunch of peeps at the time who I still follow, who are still connected. And definitely one of the biggest things actually at the time, considering how I was really only into it about 3 years at that point. It really was pretty cool to be with everybody and to kind of participate in that event. So take a look at that video in detail. You'll see everything you need to with that. I think very, very cool, I gotta say. All right, so guys, I'm gonna freeze it right over here, and right where Klon Go is talking about, it'd be cool to do some reviews again with the wifey from back in the day. Yes, 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 for a classic comeback. That would be cool. That would be very cool. All right, hang tight. I'm gonna be back for maybe about a minute, maybe less, and then we'll get into this here. And this is going to be the first of 2 reviews for you guys tonight here on a pre-4th of July holiday weekend. So don't go anywhere, and I will be right back. Hang tight. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, we are back. And the chat is going to be catching up in just a second over here. Shout outs again down below to Tyler Cole and Bus7332. I appreciate the love and support. You already know what it is. There we go. We are in here. Drew thinks Twinkies as well, guessing the third white and blue Captain Crunch. Oh, no. You guys are too funny with that. Okay, let me get myself ready over here. And I think the chat is catching up. There we go. I think it's catching up. You guys there? It's moving. I think it's moving. Let's see. Give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. Just to be on the safe side. Because it shows we're connected. I just want to make sure. Let's see here. There we go. All right, looks like Tony Montana there. Thoughts on Ant-Man Quantumania. There we go. All right, very good. It's moving along here. I didn't care for Ant-Man 3. It was just okay, to be honest there. I think that's something they could have done on Disney Plus, to be honest. It is what it is. But you know what? It's a Marvel movie. It had some fun moments there. Naturally, it kind of is what it is. Let's see. McDonald's Bacon Jalapeno Cheese Double Quarter Pounder. Have no fear. Of course, that one is on the way. But no, we're not. We're saving that one for a regular review that you'll see here very soon. And a lot of you guys think it's going to be a hostess situation, and patriotic cupcakes and all that good stuff there. Well, I would love to confirm that is the case for you, but actually it's not going to be one of those situations, because naturally when I think of 4th of July, and I think I kind of alluded to it as well, I'm thinking of like barbecuing and stuff like that as well. So I thought I would do something that I would actually, somebody was always asking me here on the chat if I'm going to be doing anything hot dog related. So I figured, you know what, that'd be something kind of fun to do, obviously, on 4th of July weekend for the stream right before. So I figured I would just kind of do something along those lines and have a little fun with the second review right after that as kind of like a dessert situation. So without further ado, I wanted to do a variation of Nathan's Coney Island beef pretzel dogs. So something kind of fun for 4th of July. And whenever I think of 4th of July, I always think of that famous Nathan's you know, the competition they have, the hot dog eating contest and stuff like that as well too that way. So I figured Nathan's Coney Island, this would be kind of fun. And yes, Laura, I actually know about Ryan Seacrest taking over for Pat Sajak. I don't know how I feel about that just yet, but we'll have to see. But with this, like I said, guys, this really seems kind of fun. I think I've done a version of this in the past, something similar, but I thought this would kind of fit with the weekend naturally here. So pretzel dogs, beef hot dogs wrapped in pretzel dough. And a very lovely situation here as well. So it's a Coney Island beef situation. It's got the name brand goodness there. There's 4 to a package. And naturally, I really dig the classic colors here as well. Nathan's famous since is that 1916 it says right there? Is it 1916? Yes, 1916, which is pretty crazy right there. Pretty crazy indeed. So yes, I think was it Russ Meyer? Somebody was asking, somebody actually had a hot dog in the title for their avatar or something like that as well too. So I actually wanted to kind of do this, and I was looking around my fridge. I was like, I gotta have mustard somewhere. I gotta have mustard, and I actually found one of these here. I hope this is still good. I think it's gonna be, but it's been a minute at the same time. But hot mustard, I thought I'd give this one a shot as well. So yes, I'm definitely gonna be doing a little bit of mustard sauce dipping. But here it is. The finished product. This is about 90 seconds in the microwave, and basically you can either make this in the oven as well. They give you like 60 seconds in the microwave, and then you put it into the oven for like a minute or two or something along those lines with it. But I probably shouldn't have put this on the top of a paper towel because it's sticking to it just slightly. Okay, there we go. All right, take a look. This is a pretzel dough wrapped hot dog. You can pretty much get a lot of these things at like Wetzel's Pretzels, Auntie Anne's, any of those types of things there. The size wise, this actually is pretty cool, you know, pretty basic for what this is. So I thought I'd give this a night, and we'll see exactly how this goes. In honor of the 4th of July, we are doing something as close to a regular barbecue hot dog situation. That's handheld, you know, wrapped up good to go, as I like to say, and as Taco Bell likes to say, good to go at the same time. But it looks pretty good, guys, and I gotta say, this smells pretty good. So let's give this a shot. Coney Island's beef pretzel dog on Peep This Out Reviews. Happy pre-4th of July weekend to you guys. Let's peep this out. That's not bad. That's a lot of flavor coming from that hot dog. And the dough, that's a thick bite. That's a very thick bite. It's bready. I'm trying to get this to focus somewhat for you guys here. But you guys have seen the inside of a hot dog before. Obviously, it's got that all beef action. There we go. Keep that focus locked. My ring light is blowing things out here. The bun is contrasty because of the color. This would be actually pretty good in the oven. I think it'd be better if it was a little bit crisper. But it's soft. It's chewy. It's definitely got some nice beefy flavor. And overall, it feels pretty fresh, guys. And this is actually not bad size-wise. One of these, I want to say, where is the calories here? 350 calories for one of these. So pretty much what you'd expect from a regular hot dog. And of course, with the bun and all that good stuff there. Total fat 18, carbs is 36 because you expect that because of how thick this pretzel is here. But I have to say the quality is good, guys. I mean, the beef frank is pretty nice on this, but this would, I think, be a little bit better in the oven. So let's go for one more bite and then we're going to get into some hot mustard sauce here, but pretty tasty. That's not bad. That is not bad. All right. Let's do a little dip with some hot mustard. Oh yeah, that definitely smells nice and hot. Spicy action right there. All right, let's try and do a little bit. Try and keep that as focused as I can for you. There you go. Let's get a little bit more in there. Let's give the mustard a shot. Hot mustard on the Coney Island Nathan's beef pretzel dog. Here we go. Oh yeah, you need mustard. Wow, that makes it. And I'm a fan of the hot mustard sauce over at Mickey D's. If you like the hot mustard over at Mickey D's, give me a thumbs up here in the chat because it's a banging situation. It really is. All right, let's do this again. I might as well knock this out with you really quick. Very, very nice with the quality of the mustard, obviously, on the hot dog. This really kind of feels like a 4th of July situation right now. Pretty tasty. Let's keep going in. That is really good, man. And it has nothing to do with me being hungry for dinner right now, because this is probably going to be most of my dinner, I have a feeling. Man. That is really good. All right. Let's do a couple more. If you guys are getting hungry watching this, give me a happy face here in the chat. If you are, I would highly recommend. I always say around 4th of July, regardless, you have to have a hot dog on 4th of July, preferably. You know, hamburgers are fine naturally there. But if you don't have hot dogs very often, if you go to Costco, which is always a good hot dog anyway, too, for $1.50, still, you can't beat that. This is pretty tasty. It's a nice little alternative. And I like the doughiness and the chewiness of the actual pretzel here. This is actually not bad. Not bad at all. So let's go for another couple to finish this one out. You have a lot of happy faces going there. And big time hot dog eater, this one is for you. There you go. Wow. These are good. For 4 of them on the inside, I think this was about $5 and change for the box. Lovely situation. So for a hot dog eater right there, big time hot dog eater, this one is for you. A lovely situation of goodness. And let me just get a little bit more of that hot mustard action, guys. Very, very fun checking out the Coney Island beef pretzel dog. This is actually pretty tasty, this. So we'll go for one last bite. We'll wrap this part of the review with the rating coming up next right after, obviously. And then we'll move on. But pretty tasty. Yep. Individually wrapped for freshness. That's pretty good. Very satisfying snack right there. Very, very tasty on this. Score of 1 to 10. I'm going to do an 8.6 out of 10 on this one. And naturally, like I said, the flavor is really what's standing out on this. The Nathan's quality of that dog. When I think of like regular Nathan's hot dogs, I always think of kind of like the larger hot dogs. But the regular longer ones that they have, the long skinny ones, it's very reminiscent of that. But you're getting that nice beefy flavor. And of course, like I said, 2 ways to make this with the microwave that you can do as a soft pretzel or a crisp pretzel, which you can actually do on a baking sheet. which they say preheating your oven to 400 degrees. Microwave it first for like, what is it here? For about 60 seconds, it says, and then you remove it and put it into a baking sheet, 3 to 5 minutes, and then you can kind of crisp it up. So not bad, guys. I would recommend it. If you see these in the frozen food aisle, this is a nice little recommendation right over here. They have some regular ones too as well that are not pretzel dogs. It's like a different type of bread. I forgot what it is. But this is actually, I'm a huge fan of pretzels. So easy recommendation to give this one a go. So very, very tasty on this there. I think well worth the $5 or so for 4 of these. These are actually pretty good. And the size is good. They're hearty. And actually, that pretty much satisfied me, to be honest, for anything else at the moment here. I mean, I'm going to be having my Mountain Dew, my Diet Mountain Dew, while I'm watching Jack Ryan here in a little while. But at the same time, for food-wise, that actually is a very tasty situation. I got to say, very tasty situation. Larry Nguyen, I should be doing hot dog contests. I would not last. I'm a lightweight, trust me. I may be about 6'3", but I am a lightweight. Very much a lightweight. Oh, good times. But that's part of the reason I love doing a food review channel, because I get to partake in some of these fun things where normally, because my diet is so much all over the place in terms of watching what I, put in my body all the time. I like being able to kind of, review stuff and have fun with that type of thing as well. So that's how I kind of maintain myself as I'm moving along with this stuff. Let's see how much you got that for. Is about 5 and change, a little over $5. May have been a promo too, because of that there, but typically about $5 or so bucks, about average price point for that. All right, drastic actions. Is this the first time you've ever actually eaten the food you've reviewed on camera? I always eat the food I review on camera, but usually I take things out of it depending upon what it is, if it's the protein or whatnot, after I'm done reviewing. But stuff like this, yeah, typically like 3 or 4 biters, whatever it is. That's usually the case there. But good times, definitely good times. Christian Hansen, some thick mustard. Yes, I'm telling you, the hot mustard is a banging situation over at Mickey D's. It always has been good. It really has. Let's see. Scott Messerschmidt, quick tip. If you have one of those hot dogs and grilled cheese, yes, I can easily see that. Easily see that. Klongo, me always watching, me eating, always watching the in-stream. There you go. There you go. It's like kind of like an ASMR thing, right? I mean, you and I, we're all having fun right now. We're having this moment together, and we're eating together here and talking about stuff. So yeah, it's always a good thing. You already know. Michael Demeyer should have the hot mustard Doritos on the side. Those things were gone pretty much quickly after that situation of the review. Those are still some of my favorite ones there. The wasabi chips, I guess, as we were saying there. Very much that was in my head after that. I'm like, yeah, it has like, it's real, but it's not real in terms of the mustard flavor because of what it was. But actually there was MSG in that chip, I believe. The ketchup one wasn't. But naturally, if I had to choose, the ketchup ones are still banging out of those two. They were really good. Of course, having them together, that really was the thing. That really was the thing for sure. So, for sure. All right, so let's see here. Going back in. Christian Hansen, yes, about time Pat Sajak retired. I was reading recently, and here's the thing, that Vanna White was saying that she wants to get at least half of what Pat Sajak was getting to continue on with the show. She was kind of like, hardballing it there. So she's looking for $7.5 million a year to do the letter turning thing that she's been doing for like 40-something years now, which is crazy when you think about it. So, $15 million a year for Pat Sajak. Obviously those two are legendary together. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how I feel about Ryan Seacrest. I mean, I'm not really super enthused with him. I just think he's kind of spread a little thin. He's all over the place. Dick Clark's rocking New Year's Eve and all these other things. And now Pat Sajak's, going to be gone. So now they're tapping him to do this. I'm just kind of over it, to be honest. There are a lot of other talents out there, outside of the whole American Idol thing and just everything in general. It's just like, I just think, Pat Sajak, he was for one thing, you knew he was on Wheel of Fortune. It didn't feel like it was like a replacement fill-in on the show that does everything else on the side. That's where I think it feels a little disingenuous. I think they need a dedicated person to continue on who's not involved in like a radio show, 2 other shows, and all these things to spread themselves so thin. So we'll have to see what happens. But when they replace Vanna White, I think that's when the show is, I think, going to kind of go down a little bit. as well, because the popularity of what made it that, I think, is this the banter between Pat Sajak and Vanna White, and just overall that dynamic. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now it says that was the money shot. There you go. That last shot with the dips. The dips, you already know. Drastic actions and the money is a good thing too. Yes, Vanna has a PhD in philosophy and she's doing the show because she loves it. Agreed. And if that's the case, she shouldn't be trying so hard about that 7.5 million if she truly loves it, right? Truly loves it. But if you can get it, you know, absolutely, absolutely. Christian Hansen, 6'3". Wow, definitely would rule on the court. Yes. And considering I played football in high school for a little bit there, that actually was kind of a weird thing. I guess I should have been a basketball player at the time. All right, Ian, I have hot dogs and burgers and fired pad thai for 4th of July, says Laura. That's awesome. That is awesome right there. Absolutely. Misty Smith, question of the day. What's your favorite place to get hot dogs? Wow. If I'm on the west side of town, I'm going to say Pink's, because that was a very awesome spot. I haven't been there in a very long time. One of my last times, believe it or not, was the video I shot with Ken Domick back in the day, and that was back in 2016. I've only had it maybe a handful of times since. But that definitely is an awesome spot. So take a look at that review. That was actually on Ken's channel. We did the Pink's hot dogs back then. I think I was wearing a Walter White Breaking Bad shirt in that video, if I remember back in the day. But that was a good time. Definitely a good time with that for sure. All right, so you guys ready for round 2 of the reviews? If you're ready for round 2, give me fireworks here in the chat. Give me fireworks here in the chat. Let me know you guys are ready for round 2. And we'll move on for the next review, which I am finally going to be getting to. And this was actually going to be one of the ones I was going to do last Friday, had I not gotten sick in the head, so to speak. James Morrison, yes, I've been reading some rumors of Sony's releasing the slim PS5. We'll see what happens with that. I'm just so happy to actually have my PS5 in general right now. I just installed Ragnarok. I'm about almost finished with the first God of War. Back into that, but the system is just phenomenal. It is just really, really phenomenal. So really been digging it. I just love, I have it actually on its side, so I'm using the stand, and I love the ambient blue LEDs and the lights and everything with it there. It's just really, really cool. Kyle Broussard, how did you like Vanna White hosting while Pat Sajak was recovering from surgery? Absolutely, very cool. I mean, like I said, I have nothing against her. She's classic, of course, you know, absolutely. Contrail, one of my favorite videos on YouTube is your video Umami Burger with Ken Domick. Yes, bazinga. That's right. That was a fun video to shoot there. That was actually the first video we shot that night when he actually came into town. I took him to Umami Burger, and it was a fun time putting that video together for sure. Very, very good time. And no, Drew, I don't have the Zero Sugar Summer Freeze. I haven't been able to find that Mountain Dew. But I do have a whole bunch of Diet Mountain Dew cans I have to recycle, which I've been kind of blowing through. I got to be careful with how much I'm consuming of that. I always have to have a Diet Mountain Dew when I'm watching some of my favorite shows. So it is what it is with that. Misty Smith, Twinkle Twinkle, Little Star. How I wonder where you are above the world so high like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, light star. How I wonder who you are. Misty, I love you. You're awesome. You are awesome. Tony Montana, speaking of John Krasinski, thoughts on him as Mr. Fantastic. You know, he was actually really good in that. And I was really thinking that he would be the next, you know, for the Fantastic Four, you know, for fan casting as well, for sure as well. But we'll have to see what they do. We'll have to see what they do. Lord Darkseid, love both God of War games, great games. Yeah, I'm totally, I mean, PS5 really lights up the first one, and I thought the first one was amazing on PS4, but the enhancement to it, just in terms of frame rate in general, is just sick. It is just really, really awesome. So I am really, really loving it. Really loving it. And TL, nasty migraine last week, so definitely threw a problem into my situation for getting on here. But naturally, having my content in the loop, keeping you guys going. You'll never know it unless things like that, you know, go in there as well. So thankfully, we're back to normal. Let's get into it right now. Here we go, guys. I'm very excited because I finally found these and I am ready to go. Here we go. Cotton candy flavored Oreo. And like I said, whenever it comes to these market things for the newer stuff, you know, sometimes where I'm a little late with this stuff because it's just availability. It's just the way that it works this way. So I'm not sure how this is going to be. I don't know how to feel about this, but, you know, what else could they possibly do? I mean, naturally, the train just keeps rolling with Oreo. There's always new flavors with these things here. But it's interesting. You know, naturally, with the sweetness of the cream, I'm expecting a little bit of fruitiness, something obviously with the color you can see there. So I think it's going to be fun. And I figured, when you go to like 4th of July events, typically you'll have like fairs and, you know, state fairs and carnivals and things like that. So this really is a nice time to come out with something like this. So let's just get into it. And I do love the fact that this has these pull tabs as well too, which I really appreciate. And I'm going to let you guys see it first as I pull this back. And as we get in, and wow, I can already tell these look very festive. And let me go for that quick aroma test. These look really cool. Look at that, guys. That is really nice looking. It's really got that summer vibe in here as well. Let's go for that aroma test. I smell vanilla wafer. And well, maybe a hint of like sweetness, but it's really more vanilla wafer than anything else, believe it or not. So I don't mind that. I mean, it's okay. But naturally with cotton candy, I guess when you think of cotton candy, that could be anything, right? There's blueberry versions, there's raspberry, strawberry at the same time. But yeah, it's vanilla wafer and like a sugar type of situation there. So let me open this up. And it looks very cool. So obviously you've got that flavored cream. It looks like it's obviously dyed in 2 colors there. A little bit of a thinner strip. There's no real double ring that they give you with some of these here. So as usual, let's go for a quick little taste of the cream, and then we'll put it together and go for obviously a dip in some milk here after that first bite. So let's try this real quick. Oh yeah, that's cotton candy flavor. It's almost like a bubblegum type of flavor that it's got. It's sweet, almost like a bubblicious type of thing. That's actually pretty tasty. Wow. As I'm letting it kind of sit, that cotton, yeah, that flavor, that cotton candy flavor, it almost tastes like sugary type of like a puff or like hair. You know the way that cotton candy tastes when you put it in there? It's very sticky on your fingers. Wow. That's not bad. And I like the fact that it's actually going to be on the vanilla with this as well. I think that combination is going to go pretty nice. So let's give this a shot, guys. The cotton candy flavored cream for Oreo for the summertime. Very crazy. Let's peep this out. Oh yeah, that vanilla complements it. Light vanilla flavor with this. Crispy, crunchy, kind of like a baked flavor. And then you get that flavored cream, and obviously it's dyed with the pink and the blue as well. That's a fun cookie, guys. This is a fun carnival-like cookie for like obviously for parties. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. So let's do a little bit dunk-a-dunk, and we'll get this in here. And obviously Oreos come alive with milk, so let's give this a shot with that. Well, this flavor is always strong to begin with. It's already strong right on the outset, so I'm not really getting anything above and beyond that initial flavor. I mean, I like the flavor of the cream. I think they really nailed that cotton candy flavor. It's got that essence in there, but I'm not really feeling anything above and beyond with the milk on this one. I mean, it's not actually making it softer, especially the cookies being as crispy as they are. Let's go for one last bite. We'll wrap the review with the rating naturally and some final thoughts, but take it or leave it with this variation. I mean, Oreo is made for milk. This one doesn't really need it too much. I like it. I like it. I don't love it, but at the same time, it's got that flair of cotton candy. I mean, it's light. This is not one of the more sweeter versions of Oreo that I've had before. So it's definitely got some sweetness in there naturally there. And with the sugar, 21 grams of sugar for 2 of them. So naturally about 11, 10 and a half or so, we'll say, for one. So the sugar is not crazy with this, but the cotton candy flavor, if you ask me, I think they nailed that. It's artificially flavored, as cotton candy is artificially flavored anyway. But the limited edition with this one, this is a pretty fun cookie, guys. If you see this in the store and you're going to a party, I would recommend picking up a pack. I think it'd be fun for the table. This actually works pretty nicely, and I think it's done pretty well. On the very back here, as you can see, They're pushing their own thing about customizing your own cookie. I see a lot of stuff on social media that you can do about these Oreo IDs and pictures and stuff that you can do. So very cool with this variation of Oreo. And I have to say, guys, I think it's a nice little 1-2 punch combo with the situation here from Nathan's on top of it. So I think a pretty fun little you know, situation of stuff to check out tonight. Naturally, with the Nathan's goodness here, the Coney Island pretzel dog, the beef variant, and of course the cotton candy flavored Oreo. Pretty tasty on this one. Scoring this one on 1 to 10, I'm just gonna do just a flat 8 on this. I mean, it's tasty. I'm not gonna probably get this again because cotton candy is not really my thing, but I know what it tastes like. I've had it before. And I do like the fact that it's emulated well, not just in the art form and the marketing that they're using on the packaging, but in the flavor. And aside from the duality of colors with the blue and then that pinkish color, I think it's a pretty fun little situation for the holidays. So definitely check this one out. It's not bad. This was about $4 or so at Walmart. So not bad for what this is. I would definitely recommend trying it at least once. And like I said, pretty tasty to peep out. Definitely pretty tasty to peep out. Not bad whatsoever there with that. So yes, a nice little fun little combo, I think, for the stream tonight. And again, I was just kind of thinking about what I wanted to do to kind of celebrate the holiday as well, and also to wish you guys a very, very healthy and happy holiday and a safe holiday this weekend as well. Yes, I've seen the Oreo Cakesters clone go. I was looking at those two in particular. I may have to come back and swing and give those a go as well. I'm just expecting more of a Suzy Q situation with that, naturally with some cake with what it is there. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Misty Smith, shimmy, 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 shimmy. You already know. Claw and Go, good rating for that version of Oreo. No Oreos will be a 10 out of 10 besides the original. You know, I think I've done a 10 out of 10 for some that do it well. And usually I think it's more of the chocolate ones or the variations that really deliver on what they're selling. And this one, it's light. It does pretty well. But honestly, it's really the first Oreo that I've had that's not really enhanced or decreased with milk. And it was strange to me to try that because it didn't do anything different to the flavor. It just made it, you know, just more of like a softer cookie, which is fine. So it is what it is. So lots of fun checking this out tonight, guys. Lots of fun checking this out. Michael just saw on Facebook that there's a pickle flavored cotton candy. Oh, no way. That I'd be interested in trying. That I would be interested in trying. Let's see, Mars, the Oreos smell like Oreos, huh? I know, it's funny, but at the same time, the vanilla wafer really stood out on those. It really did. It really, really did. Carl Broussard, similar to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and now you know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Very cool, Kyle. Very cool. And Drew, yes, Dunkin' for the Badunkin' Dunk. You already know what it is. And John James Morrison, they look awesome. I thought so too. Very cool. They are very, very good. Like I said, the flavor delivers on what it is. It really delivers on what it is. So very, very nice. Larry, one day I would love to, like I said, get over to Langer's to do one of their pastrami's over there. Believe me, I have not forgotten. I know it's been forever and a day, but definitely that is something down the road eventually for the channel. Very nice, very nice. All right, guys, let me take a quick moment to thank each and every one of you guys, as always, for spending a little bit of your holiday pre-weekend extravaganza for the 4th of July with me here on YouTube, guys. I greatly appreciate it there. Naturally, this replay will be available to you guys on Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. And then you guys will have the new review coming out on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as usual as well. Ben113, no worries, my friend. Thanks so much for making it and jumping in. Of course, you've got the replay available for everything you might have missed. But definitely a good time across the board tonight, I have to tell you guys. Checking out the Nathan's Coney Island pretzel dog actions, of course, the Oreo cotton candy action as well. Let's just say, I think it was a fun theme to go into tonight and some definitely fun situations. Even after that hot dog that I had with you guys, the whole thing, and a cookie right now, I think I'm kind of good for a while. I'm not really going to be eating too much the rest of the night, I have a feeling. Definitely, I've been very busy all throughout the afternoon as well as these last few days, so I just want to chill tonight. I'll get the stream together later on tonight for tomorrow, and then you guys will have this available to you guys at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. So guys, whatever you do on 4th of July, just be safe out there. Please don't drink and drive. Find some people to take you home should you take a little too much time, or have a little too much fun, I should say, partaking in what you've got there. Clon Go, thank you always for the stream, hangout times, and all the comments you do for us. It's awesome, and we're grateful for it all. Thank you so much. Call and Go, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys being here right now. Like I always say, you have choices when it comes to content here on YouTube, and I appreciate you making my channel one of them. So shout outs to you for sure. Ben113, what other version of the KFC Ultimate Chicken Sandwich, like buffalo flavor? Yes, you know, actually, all of those are pretty awesome. My favorite one is the spicy variant, though. I just love just the basic stuff with that spicy sauce they have is just awesome. But guys, again, the KFC Ultimate Action, you have some good stuff to look forward to with that. It should be dropping. It may actually be in some places early, if not today into the weekend. And then naturally, you'll find it available nationwide officially as of the 3rd on. You shouldn't have any problem finding it. But check out that blackberry lemonade to go with it there, and send me some messages on direct media. Let me know what you thought of it. Some tasty situations for sure, guys. Some tasty situations. Laura, how's Mama Peep doing? She is still in her step-down facility, just getting stronger for her feet. Still waiting to get her out of there. It's been forever and a day, it feels like. So hopefully by the next time I talk to you guys live, we'll be able to share some good news for you. So naturally, when the moms catches this on replay, shout outs to you moms. As always, everybody loves you. I love you. My sister loves you. Everybody, you already know. And we're just waiting for you to get home so you can get back to normal as well. So James Morrison, you're very welcome, actually, I should say, for the kind words. Thank you so much, Nighty Night. Thank you for the Friday streams. I appreciate you guys greatly. Misty Smith, of course. You already know what it is. Thanks so much for jumping on. You have a great night as well and a great holiday. Robert Giles, Drew's Food Review. Have a frosty 4th. You as well. And get that In-N-Out, Drew, for sure. I may have to partake depending upon how my day goes, because where I'm going to be going, there's an In-N-Out pretty close to where I'm going to be. So we'll have to see what we shall see. So shout outs to you guys. I appreciate the thoughts. To Mama Peeps as well. I'm going to be here in the chat for a minute or so until the stream ends. And then naturally, you'll see me in the next reviews, guys, until the next stream is up there. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you guys jumping on here right now. Shout out to Ed Keaton. Thank you so much for the kind words. And guys, just have a safe one. And I will definitely talk to you soon. So we'll do the outros. We'll lock it out. I'll be here on the stream until it officially times out. Anyone who may have contributed on PayPal, I won't know till right after the stream is over, but of course you guys will be listed down below in the description box. And shout outs right now, it looks like it's for Bus7332, and also to Tyler for subscribing to the channel too. Make sure you guys do that. Brand new content every single week. So with that, let's round it out officially for you. This is Ian K officially closing out the pre-4th of July holiday weekend live stream. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. And guys, don't forget to watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm going to try and do that this weekend, just so you guys know. And with that, peace. I'm out.